Okay, so we can see here on this web page, this is the initial summary that you'll get when you complete the task. I just finished using the camera mouse to select 8 targets. So it shows me the targets selected as 8, the time per target at 3.71 seconds, and the click accuracy 88.9%. And that means what percentage of the clicks that I made during the task were actually in the target, or where they are supposed to be, as opposed to being off the target. We also have a little graph that I'm going to show you in a second. This is a target and path graph, target TAP, and this is set up to show me an animated path toward each target. So when I click this button, it's going to open up the graph and start drawing the path that I took toward target number 1. So you can see there I moved down to it, I kind of circled around, click is the X. So that's target 1 and it's set up to animate that path. If I click the button, the arrow here to go to the next target, that's target number 2 labeled up here, it'll show me in real time the actual path that I took toward target 2. So let's see what happens. So there I move, circling around it, and X marks the spot where I clicked. So I can kind of replay the whole task here and just show how I made it to each target. And this number here is how long it took to get to each target. So 3.384 seconds for target 3, target 4. So that's kind of a nice way to replay what happened in a test. I don't have to animate that if I don't want to. So if I unclick that animate box and just look at target 5, there's the path I took. So it doesn't show me the time, but it kind of shows these dots are kind of where the mouse cursor went during the time of the test. Or I can just look at all the paths, which sometimes is not super useful. You can see here this red X is one where the camera mouse clicked when it was off of the target. So that was the one that I missed. So this kind of gives you an overall snapshot of where I moved throughout the entire test. We can also hide that if we don't want to see it. And there are some details available, basically target by target details of the amount of time that it took. So I'm really consistent on my times here, really between 3.2 and 1. This one here was 4.8 seconds, but almost everything is in the 3-second range. And it will also show me how many times the cursor went in to the target during each target. There's some detailed movement data, which is mainly of interest to researchers. There's quite a bit of description in the help about this. And you can even look at kinematic profiles for the movement of each of the cursor during each target, the distance, velocity, and acceleration profiles of that. So that's the basic thing of what you get with the web-based AIM. Essentially, you get the same type of information, the speed and the accuracy, and it does give you some kind of fun graphical looks at the data as well. Thanks.